Start recording. Hello. Right. Is that recording? Yeah. Right. I think everyone's pretty clued up as to what's going on at the moment. Posting so much stuff at the moment. Hammer, Scorecard, Dominion. If you don't know what they are, Google it. That's all the computer programs they've been using to cheat the election. That's all going on behind the scenes at the moment. Trump, he didn't give a shit when he lost, did he? Well, he didn't lose. He knew what was going on because he went on the golf course for 2 days. Excellent. What else is going on? Yeah, the MSN called it. Since when does the mainstream media ever call the President of the United States? They don't. Well, they did in 2000, didn't they, when they called Al Gore with 271 electoral votes. But does anyone remember President Gore? President Al Gore? No, I didn't think so. Because Bush went to court and overturned it, which is exactly what Trump's doing, and he's going to win in a landslide. Happy days. There is no such thing, really, as President-elect. So I won't worry about that. If you've been watching Charlie Freak and all the other stuff, you'll know that it's just coming to a head now. A lot of people are expecting some... Well, we've just had 10 days of darkness because from the election till now they couldn't make any arrests or anything, could they? They needed 10 days, I think. So I expect things are... Well, I know things are happening behind the scenes. You know, Trump fired Mark Esper, Secretary of Defence. He was doing loads of shit, he was. I mean, when he sent the riot police out into certain cities, he wouldn't... Well, he made them wear soft helmets, didn't he? Wouldn't give them any batons and stuff like that. So anyway, he's gone. But this is what Trump's doing. He's firing people right at the end so that the cabal, when they thought they were somewhat in control, they're a bit scuppered, aren't they? They're fucked anyway, we all know they are. But this Biden, who'd vote for that anyhow? This Biden win, so they've called it, is going to be overturned. So if you think you saw Liberal tears in 2016, it could get far worse, we think. So this is why the National Guard has been deployed in 12 states. Although I think this time, whereas Trump let the riots go on because it was all down to the governors, wasn't it? As soon as Trump is certified president, he will not be messing about. I think you will see a side of Trump that we've only seen little glimpses of. It's beautiful when he told you dumb bastards, when he said that to CNN and stuff. You know, superb. Right, what have we got? Yeah, that was 37 days, I think. They said Al Gore was President-elect for, whatever. And he wasn't. The mainstream media at the moment are pushing this so hard, and this is now you're seeing all the serpents coming out the woodwork. Anyone that is going, and it's good as well, you see, because for people like Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer and all these other serpents about going, you know, when you lose, will you accept defeat and just walk away nicely? These fuckers have been trying to impeach Trump and do all sorts of things to him for 4 years because they won't accept the 2016 election. And now that they think Biden's won it, all these serpents are coming out of the holes in the ground and out of their swamp, places they reside and things, and telling all the Trump voters to accept defeat, go away nicely. They'll welcome us with open arms. Oh, will they? Right. It's pathetic. Whoopi Goldberg, I saw her having a rant. That's a tool and a half, that is. When they... See, the trouble is, a lot of these people know, don't they? Because they're all in on it. A lot of these newscasters, anchors, celebrities, anyone who's likes a bit of adrenochrome or whatever, know their game's up if Biden don't go through. So they're all showing their true colours and faces and coming out. And I think Trump's letting this go on because he wants to see how many more people come out. Because the whole reason it's gone on for so long is not just because they're trying to wake everyone up with this movie and get everyone to do anything. They're trying to catch everyone. They want to catch everyone. So when they've installed lookalikes, clones, whatever you think they are, because that Biden at the moment is definitely not the real Joe Biden, 100%. You've only got to look at people's ears and things like that. People, oh, I don't believe in clones. Well, fucking don't you? Well, how's that man's ear changed then? That's a conspiracy. I won't even look at it. Oh, really? What's that lion just caught? It's just caught a hyena. Oh. Sorry, I've got animals on the telly, like I always have. I think what you're going to find is when these... you know, I've got loads of mates and all that. They know that what I talk about and stuff. And so many people delete you and knock you out of chats and talk in their different groups and all that. But I think what people are going to realise is that when they discover that Joe Biden, the Democrats, the mainstream media, the whole, you know, all the people in this liberal Antifa, socialism / communism movement run by the CCP are going to find out that what they have been, you know, when all the people that have been voting for Biden thinking, well, two things really. One, we love Biden. I don't know how anyone could vote for Biden doing that. Well, I do actually, because they've been watching CNN and stuff, and they won't show you all Biden gaffes, will they, and all his dementia moments and stuff. So it's they've got a completely wrong idea of what Biden is. Haven't got a clue of what Hillary Clinton is. You know, all the information and stuff on the Wiener laptop and the Clinton emails and stuff like that, they dismiss it all. And the other reason people vote for Biden is because they don't like Trump. 99% of the time, the reason they don't like Trump is when you ask them, oh, I don't need to talk to you about it. I've got loads of reasons, but there's no point discussing them with you. Oh, really? It's because everything they know about Trump, they've got from the mainstream media. So, and they've pretty much been lying, not just about that, about everything. So, you know, when you tell people that pretty much everything you've been told might be a lie, no, they couldn't fool me. Fucking couldn't they? Right, okay. Alright. What's that? Esper got fired. Yeah. We all know now why, don't we? Because Trump, obviously, with this, he knows it's going to the Supreme Court or whatever. They've got all the, you know, whether there's a watermark, secret watermark on his ballots, or they've got a digital signature for the quantum system, you know, using the blockchain technology. But this is why Amy Coney Barrett was installed into the Supreme Court now, because the Republicans have pretty much the majority, don't they? I think John Roberts, who was corrupt as one of the Supreme Court justices, he might even be removed because they've got so much evidence against him. They've got it all. You know, every conversation and text message and stuff. The NSA have everything. They have it all. So, and the other thing was as well, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was on the Supreme Court, who kept this going, apparently she died in 2019. So the deep state have been trying to keep her alive, or the rumour of her being alive. And it's funny how it was released of her death just at the right time, so Amy Coney Barrett could be installed, isn't it? It's not funny, it's just perfect timing again. People have asked me, oh, can you, if you want to watch any mainstream media channels, the only ones I'd watch at the moment is, I mean, Fox News completely turned, didn't they? But you can still watch Tucker if he's still on there. But Newsmax or OANN, One American News Network, Chanel Ryan and all that, they're pretty much telling the truth. And Steve Bannon's War Room, obviously, which might have come back on YouTube now, because YouTube went down the other night for a few hours. Loads of people were posting when I got up in the morning. Sorry, when I got up in the middle of the night, as usual, about 4 a.m. And it seems that lots of things have changed on it since Steve Bannon's War Room is back. Charlie Ward's back. So I haven't looked into it deeply, but there's definitely been changes. So watch this space. We're going to see. They deleted, not only have I had a Facebook account deleted for telling truth, no warnings, no strikes, no nothing. I had one of my videos removed off here. Shadow bans on Twitter. You can do a little test on that. And they removed my Instagram account the other day, and I've never made a political post on there. All I ever post on there is cycling pictures and wildlife pictures that I take when I'm out cycling. I've deleted it. Well, I haven't deleted it, it's still there, isn't it? I know I'll get it back, and I know my old Facebook will come back. My old Facebook will come back at a certain time, but I'm not worried about that. It was funny watching all these Trump rallies and stuff, that even the Amish were out, weren't they? Horses and carts with Trump flags and that. I thought that was brilliant, really. I'm going to show you how to use 8Q in a minute. Right, I'm going to flip my screen over to the PC screen so you can all have a look. And I'm going to bash through the Twitter feed on my profile, and it's just have a watch that Sasha Stone Baptista Pat, that's about half out. That is really, really good. And that JCK talking about the vaccines, and basically how a lot of the truthers now are saying, oh, I'm worried Trump's talking about vaccines and that. He's not talking to the truthers. He's talking to all the old dears and all the people at home that are sitting there that are so engrossed in the fear campaign put upon them by the mainstream media. He wants to make them feel safe while we go through this process. So he's not speaking to the truthers. He's speaking to them. So don't worry about that. And when this vaccine comes out, it'll either repair all the damage that the chemtrails and all that shit have done in the past, or it'll just be some sort of placebo. Maybe it'll be a bit of vodka or something. That'll be alright, put that in my arm. You won't be sticking anything from Bill Gates in my arm, but you can put a bit of vodka down there or something if you like. I don't mind that. A bit of red wine, same colour in it as the claret in there. Right. Let's just quickly whiz through this. Elon Musk. Something extremely bogus is going on. Was tested for COVID 4 times today. 2 tests came back negative. 2 came back positive. Same machine, same test, same nurse. Rapid antigen test from BD. So, this is me. Look, this I've been making memes again. Dominion Software headquarters was raided by the US Army force in Germany, so they've seized all the servers there, which is amazing. The X22 report, make sure you watch that. There's a man there stopping to let some ducklings across the road, which is beautiful, isn't it? Look, here we go, look. Ah, there they are. There you go. This is that. Superb. This is great. This link may be unsafe. Why? Amazing Polly. Ignore this warning message. Yeah, of course I'm going to ignore it. Listen to this. It's only about a minute long.
Now look, there's another big twist here that comes out of Arizona. A conspiracy tale at Arpaio contempt hearing. It involves John Brennan and James Clapper and a program called The Hammer. This guy called Montgomery claimed that the government asked him to hack into the Florida voter registration system and upload information to alter it. The government asked him to hack into the Florida voter registration system and upload information to alter it. This is quite the story. Now, Sheriff Arpaio was sheriff there at the time. People brought this information to him, and he said, what am I supposed to do with this? And they said, go tell the Attorney General Eric Holder or Arizona Senator John McCain. And Arpaio replied, McCain? Are you kidding? He hates my ass, and he's behind all this shit. That's interesting because Arpaio was pardoned by Trump.
I thought he was treated unbelievably unfairly when they came down with their big decision to go get him right before the election voting started, as you know, and he lost in a fairly close election. He would have won the election, but they just hammered him just before the election. They just hammered him.
Panic! Boom! Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's why I've posted it twice. There we go. One tweet, one word. Right. I'm just gonna. Ain't not bored. This Milwaukee election chief busted legally running 169,000 votes without any observers. These things are coming up all the time. That's Kim Classic. Don't need to watch that. There was no way that 78 million legal voters chose Biden. Biggest scam in the history of the United States of America ever. We will win and it will get exposed. Let me just go back to the top because there was an absolutely amazing one of Trump's lawyers, yeah. Time now to rest comfortably in my belief that real Donald Trump won a historic landslide victory across nation on November the 3rd. Be patient. Biden will never be president of our nation. To the contrary, Biden, along with many others, will be an inmate. Be patient. Trust Trump. And then, if you look at that, there was a great reply to that, Carl Betworth. I noticed Twitter did not put a warning on Linwood tweet. They do not want to mess with the top USA lawyer. Plus, it's a true statement. I know. Excellent. Right, I'm just going to whiz through this a bit because I haven't done the news for a little while, so I don't need to Tina. You know what she's saying. Fuck you, motherfucker. To Nancy Pelosi and the rest. If your family and friends don't think you're a fucking lunatic, are you even awake? Penny's about to drop. Incoming. Charlie Freak X22. ICE, what happens to them? Yeah, ICE arrested 113 child predators, and ICE's Twitter account got taken down the other night as well. It was for a few hours, but that was quite interesting. Oh no, it's Trump, I5 and Trump. I didn't make that meme, unfortunately. Now, I don't think it will be quite that red, but I hope it will be, because I've had a little wager. Remember, that's just... Here's a these that destroy ballots on a lot of these liberals that are destroying Trump ballots are posting pictures of themselves doing it. Now, live, Hillary Clinton. Now, someone sent me this the other day, and it's so pathetic.
Underrecognized topic: women's participation in post-conflict reconstruction. We know that their participation in
Who the fuck's that?
recovery is embedded in Security Council Resolution 1325.
Fucking hell, look at the state of that. That's meant to be Hillary Clinton. My mate just sent me this, Charlie boy. That's that's worse than the Biden clone walking about. Well, that don't even look like nothing. That don't even look like her sister. Well, it probably does look like her sister. That's as close as you're going to get. I'm getting a boner. Now, if you want to listen to, if you don't know anything about the Bible, like I don't really, and I like to learn about the Bible, I like listening to this woman, Amanda Grace. She's there with Kirsten W there, but she's really good. What was that? It's gone. Oh yeah, you can watch it.
Richard Hopkins. I am the postal employee who came out and whistle blew on the Erie, PA Postal Service postal office. I am right at this very moment looking at an article written by Washington Post. It says that I fabricated the allegations of ballot tampering. I'm here to say that I did not recant my statements. That did not happen. That is not what happened. And you will find out tomorrow. And I would like that the Washington Post recant their wonderful little article that they decided to throw out there, out of random.
There's loads of people like that. This geezer building his oh yeah. You want to know how this movie ends? This is basically it in a nutshell. Look at that geezer's face there. Look, how long's he spent doing that? No. Lots of people having lots of wonderful feelings at the moment. This is brilliant. This. Listen to it. Right. This is this. This is Sky. I don't know his name. This is one of the Sky anchors interviewing a lady, and she is brilliant. But just listen. This to talk about deep state panic. Hark at this.
Said Joe Biden, you've just told me Joe Biden is not the winner, so you are arguing it. Don't say you're not arguing it, you are.
He is, darling, I told you that he is not the president-elect of the United States, which he is not. He has not been certified by each state secretary of state, and the Electoral College has not met yet. So if you want to be a proper Brit and be technical, those are the technicalities. You know, everyone...
Okay, he is recognized as the president-elect by Republican President, former Republican President, and by former Republican President George W. Bush, by admittedly Democratic President Bill Clinton, by 4 U.S. Republican senators, and by Democratic senators. Look, it's not a question. I know technically he hasn't been sworn in yet and the Electoral College hasn't met. We all know that. But we also know that any previous candidate other than Donald Trump would have admitted that he'd lost and conceded by now.
So I guess what you're telling the viewer is that the mainstream media and big tech like Google, Facebook, and Twitter control the narrative and tell us what to think. I tell everyone at home, please watch the show Black Mirror because you're watching it right now. The media is gaslighting you. Think for yourselves and just let the democratic process play out. No one is saying that Joe Biden isn't going to ultimately...
What you're doing is encouraging people to indulge in baseless conspiracy theories. And I put it to you again, as someone, an attorney at law, I find that an extremely regrettable thing for you to be doing.
Well, I hope you are never charged with a crime, because if so, you would be convicted and guilty, because no due process is entitled to anyone. Now is it?
Do you listen to yourself ever and think, does anyone really believe what I'm saying?
So now we're going to insult me for my opinion.
No, I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you. You're making a case.
I'm extremely
you've made a series of statements which have not had backing.
And I spent 3 years in law school, and I passed the bar exam, and I did so meritoriously and in good faith, and I'm in good standing. So I think you should have some deference and respect for a lady.
Right, and I said...
Yeah, and fuck off. That's absolutely pathetic. I just want to check that's still recording. Yeah, that is outrageous, isn't it? For what? Listen to it.
Senator, have you congratulated Vice President Biden yet? No. Why not?
No, there's nothing to congratulate him about. Oh dear, look at that one. Now this, someone's made this meme up, but this is what happened in the middle of the night. Trump was winning, the Biden vote came up, they meant to stop the count, and all these vans turned up, and all the machines started, and flicked Biden up like that. You can actually see this happening on live TV, on CNN, even some of the anchors were going, Biden's winning now. This is someone at the Nightingale Hospital.
Does that look overwhelmed to you? This is a Nightingale Hospital, yeah? You can see it there.
Meant to be overwhelmed. No one there. Usual, what we got. See this geezer here, look.
Donald J. Trump. That one just don't make it towards the mail. So, if some of these votes happen to say, like this.
So, listen to, right, Joe Biden here. Straight from the horse's mouth. This is what,
calm. Secondly, we're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
well, there you go. You heard it straight from the man's mouth. If you ever see this incoming, I'm about to make a drop with some new information, and then I normally no, don't do that. I don't know what am I doing. Don't know how to do it. Go like that, don't I? No, I don't know what I'm doing. Right. There's loads of crap in it. I'm going to show you how to use 4chan in a minute. Liberal Hero Conservative. Yeah. I saw what you did with those ballots. Yes, I did. Appear weak when you're strong, and strong when you're weak. The art of war. Yes, Pepe.
How many of you have a Freemason in your family? 30 on up know exactly what's happening, and they're part of it. They'll tell you that they don't. They'll tell you that I'm a liar, okay? They can't tell you the truth because what? They've taken 30 different oaths that they will never disclose the secrets of the order. Blood oaths on penalty of death. And you say, hey, what about these oaths on penalty of death? Oh, those don't mean nothing. They're just, ceremony. How many of you believe that grown men put on robes and walk around in secret rituals in temples without windows and take blood oaths and don't mean it? How many of you believe that? And if they'll take those oaths and don't mean it, will they mean the one where they have their hand on the Bible? Of course not. They're lying to you. They are liars, chronic liars. Ceremonies and oaths give them permission to lie if it protects the secrets of the order. It tells them it's okay. Now, how clear does it have to be before somebody wakes up? How many days do we have left? See, I told you yesterday, I'm not nice to people anymore. There's no time to be nice. No time to stroke you and make you feel good. I gotta wake you up quick, and I gotta get you ready to fight for your freedom, or you're gonna make me a slave because you won't fight with me, or you'll make me dead because I'm the only one fighting. I don't like those odds, but whether you're with me or not, I'm gonna fight.
Bill Cooper. That was quite a long time ago. That was. He didn't know about Q-Team then. Maybe he did know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, buckle up, man. Stay the cars. Chuck Schumer. Even Schumer said Trump.
We've been waiting a long time. I stayed up at night to watch the TV till 11:30. I thought Joe Biden might declare victory then I went to bed hoping it would be today. I was on the phone and I heard overshadowed on the TV that the networks had declared for Donald Trump, and I let out a shout of joy. A shout of joy. And within a minute, outside my apartment window in Brooklyn, you could hear the cheers from one end of the neighborhood to the other. America was so happy. Brooklyn was so happy.
Muppet. He doesn't even know what he says. What's this? No, I don't know. Play that. Can't be after that. Wayfair. Oh! Look out, Lorraine. This geezer here.
How much do they pay you? How much do they pay you? $400 to be out here? For how long? 4 hours? Alright, thank you. Take it easy, man. Take it easy, bro. Thanks for being honest, man.
That's got Soros written all over, isn't it? Paying people to pretend they're Biden supporters. Or Biden protesters. Or whatever it is. You can pause any of this. I just want to... No president-elect, we know that. This is a guy in Liverpool talking about the... there's meant to be loads of troops up there, isn't there? I need to have a word with my mate Jen, actually, see what she says, but...
The army are in. Apparently it's busy every day, there's people queuing up, there's not. It's all bullshit. Do you see anyone queuing up there? I don't. The only people there is peaceful protesters.
Yeah, so that's a guy... Yeah, this is quite hard in 1 minute.
My content here on TikTok is usually funny, but sometimes it's time to be serious, and this is one of those times. Because you know what isn't funny? Spending the last 4 years refusing to accept the results of the 2016 election, but accepting these results while votes are still being counted. Watching every voting glitch go in Joe Biden's favor and thinking it's not intentional. Believing the media decides who the President of the United States is instead of the U.S. Constitution. Chanting Black Lives Matter after voting for the man who wrote the crime bill in 1994 that locked thousands upon thousands of black men up, and thinking Joe Biden is actually your president before Inauguration Day. But you know what is funny? History repeating itself. Thomas Dewey preemptively claiming victory over Harry Truman in 1948. The media claiming Al Gore beat George W. Bush in 2000, and having George W. Bush actually be the winner when all the votes were recounted. And the funniest thing of all is thinking that Trump or any of his supporters will accept these fraudulent results without a massive and bitter legal fight. But keep laughing now, because he who laughs last, laughs best. And when all the legal votes are counted and you start to cry and riot, just remember, winners never cheat, and cheaters never win.
Awesome. That's a great, powerful little 1 minute, that. What was 7th of November? Oh, that's good. That's a week already we've flipped through. What was that? Yeah, President... I haven't showed you that Sidney Powell, have I? If you're watching this is Bill Binney. Just type in Sidney Powell released the Kraken. It's only about 20 seconds.
Well, these things that they're calling glitches in software that are randomly changing only certain votes, they're not glitches at all. Those are programmed into the software. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. If there's a problem in software, we call those bugs. If the bug is in the software, it does everything consistently with everything, not just selectively picking things. If only certain things are selected, picked, and changed, that's not a bug. That's designed in the software. That's intentional.
Yes, it is indeed. He's talking about the Dominion. There's so many different like that. This is 2010. Obama sent this up, I think. Oh, nothing can stop what is coming. I wonder if they even knew it was in there. Rachel Maddow. Right. Is that a geezer? Or not? I think we're going to be shocked when we find out how many of these women are men. Well, that is the word in the ladies' toilet and the gents. This is... Oh, I don't think they did that. I think that's just a bit of bullshit, that, really. This is... Have I said this? I'm sure I've said that. I must have been down there. Yeah. I think I've done all that. Have I? I did a Tuesday, didn't I? When did I do it? On Wednesday. Yeah, I've done all that. Right. Let me just see if I can find you that. Sidney Powell Kraken. Because that's a beauty. She is.
This looks like the effort to carry out an end game in the effort against him. Do you concur?
Oh, absolutely, and it's been organized and conducted with the help of Silicon Valley people, the big tech companies, the social media companies, and even the media companies. And I'm going to release the Kraken. It is indeed a very foul mess. It is farther and wider and deeper than we ever thought, but we are going to go after it, and I am going to expose every one of them.
Boom! Someone's done that and they've put the actual Kraken being released, which is decent. Right, let's have a quick look at Parler. Great job. I don't think there's anything different on here. But I just want to... I haven't done one of these for a while, so that's JCK talking about the vaccines. There it is. Watch this one.
Oh, absolutely, and it's been organized and conducted with the help of Silicon Valley people, the big tech companies, the social media companies, and even the media companies. And I'm going to release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken!
I would not want to be on the wrong side of Sydney Powell. She's about to be unleashed. Right, let's just make sure that is... Still recording. Yeah, I just want to show you 4chan, because if you want to go on here and you don't know what's going on, obviously we've all been in the 17 map / pub, whatever you want to code it, and all these other sites, and then when you actually click on some of the drops it takes you to Chan, and but no one knows what's going on. There's so much information. So what you do, right? Basically, all the 17 research has got a picture like this, men with a flag, and all these ones, you can only have 751 posts in there. And then they have to open a new one, and then open a new one, and open a new one. So anything with 751. So you come in here and go on that, type that in. You go on the catalogue page, right, and it brings up this, and then you'll find there's a 751. You can have a look at all these, all the memes, warm, and all. There's so much information and research they've done in here. You can open any of these, the proofs, UFOs, you know, sort of alien UFO, advanced hidden technology, anti-gravity, DUMS. You know, there's just so much chatter that this is. A lot of the time now, I don't look at anything else. I just come sit in here and just see what they're saying. So, right, this 17 research here is at 213. So, right, let's click on that one, open that up. Now, I must warn you that the Anons do send each other the occasional picture of tits and things like that to thank each other and reward each other for great work. So, if anything like that comes up, I apologise, but... I always post that these are not made for children anyway. So, there you go. You have been warned. 18 plus. So, you can come in here and then you can click on that and you've got 17's private board. This is just at the top. A few bits. And these are like, you know, global announcements and notables and main topics that they talk about and stuff. And you can just have a look at any of these, you know, they're just talking about everything anyway. So what we do, we scroll right down to the bottom, and this is the latest one that's obviously open. And what was there? There was 213. You can see, we've gone right to the bottom. You can see now this auto refreshes every like 10 seconds. Sometimes it goes 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It all depends how quick people are posting. But there's actually, look, 645 replies. So that was since I opened that up. So look, this is the words of the Blessed Enoch. This is, it just, you can just sit here and watching this keep refreshing It's amazing. I do send a lot of memes as well. If you want to come in here and get some memes, it's amazing. But any of these, you can just, you know, this is where they're replying to each other and having a chat. Right, you can watch this. 653 replies. Auto updating, and then up the top here, if you just leave it, you just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how fast it goes. It's just continuous, and I do like it because they're all calling each other names and stuff. But yeah, it's a great place to come if you want to watch what's going on live, especially when a 17 makes a new drop. Come in here, you can. There's just so much information, really. Let's go back to the top. But that's good to watch it all coming in live, and then as soon as that gets out to 751. See, how long's this board been going? An hour or 2? What would have thought? Have a look. 14:37. 40 minutes. No, just over an hour. Just over an hour, I think. Nearly. Oh, let's test that. I did warn you. Just research, firing it in all the time. So someone looking at the clock there. What's that? Reveals the US Army team murder on a scheduled server. Now that's what I just told you about, that they've seized all the servers in Germany. What's he done here? We have the servers. Look, further it gets even better. 17 even told us on February the 10th, 2018, the US SEALs would capture the prey server. Wow, absolutely stunning. Let this sink in for a minute. You know, I haven't got time to go all through this on here. I just wanted to say hello and have a little catch up. And oh look, that's gone to 17. What a beautiful place to finish that, isn't it? So let's shut that down. Let's go back onto here. I don't think there's anything else I want to say at the moment. There's so much going on. We should start hearing some news now about all this, because it's been 10 days, 11 days since the election, and they can't take legal proceedings, I don't think, or do something until 10 days after, something like that. So I'm sure we're about to see a lot of stuff start dropping down, a lot of things start happening in the mainstream. You know, hopefully. We know there's loads of things going on behind the scenes that we know about by looking at the live boards and Twitter feeds and sharing information between ourselves. But if you look at the mainstream media, it's another world. I turned on the, who's it? I don't know. Well, whatever. Piers, was it Piers? I don't know. I turned something on the other day, and I think I lasted about 5 minutes, which is good for me. And I just felt depressed when I went in the world of the mainstream media. I just felt depressed. It was like, well, there's absolutely no truth to it whatsoever. They're not talking about any news. They're trying to cover the whole thing up, which is a beautiful thing, because surely it's got to be waking those last people up now. Surely you cannot still be thinking, even though probably 80-90% of the, not the globe, the flat plane, whatever you think, the Western media, you know, people that are controlled by the Western media, you know, the USA, the UK, South Africa, they say, Canada, Australia, certainly, those 5 are having the hardest time of it at the moment, because, you know, following the plan, they're trying to wake everyone up. They need as many people awake as possible, because otherwise people are just going to have such a hard time of it. But we have warned them, haven't we? We've told them again and again and again. And we can't do no more, really. Share information between ourselves. Just keep doing what you're doing, everyone, I think. We can't do anything more. I love it. It, you know, excites me, learning new information all the time, watching this show play out. I think it's brilliant. I don't want it to end. Well, I do, because I don't want to get up in the morning and think, oh, how much stuff have I got to watch today, even though it's interesting. I've not watched the TV. Got Nat Geo Wild on there, and that's normally all I have on, really. So that's it. Keep doing what you're doing. Share information. Share the love. 23 23 7 Juan 23 7 1.